Hello, everybody. This is Noah and John, and we are from Urban Digs, and it is Monday, so you're going to get your Brooklyn weekly market update, Johnny. Brooklyn's starting to percolate. We'll get right to it and explain what we're talking about. But first, let's start with supply, 3,234. Show me that chart.
Yeah, it's down 2% on the week, and this is what you would expect from Brooklyn supply at the end of the summer. Probably have another couple of weeks of declining supply, and then we might start seeing a tick up. But I mean, we're into week 6 or plus, I suppose, of a downturn in supply, and it's coming to an end slowly but surely, but not quite yet.
Yeah, 'tis the season. This is the boring part of the season, and we'll expect that to change in about 3-4 weeks or so. We'll see what happens. Let's move on to demand. Pending sales, 2,530 things in contract waiting to sell. Johnny, show me that chart.
Yeah, again, that trend is still remaining on the downside, closing out summer down 3% on the week. And this is the one that's probably not going to be recovered. This is the broad measure pending sales. This is probably not going to recover until what, late September, early October. I'd start saying that's probably the earliest recovery we're going to see in this trend.
Yeah, at the earliest. At the earliest. Usually first the stuff comes on, then the stuff goes to contracts. So October, November is usually when you're going to see a bump up in pending sales at a lag. You put these two together, Johnny, you got supply falling a bit more than pending sales, and that market pulse as a result is going up a little bit because of the constrained inventory situation. I mean, I'm not saying Brooklyn didn't experience a shift from wherever it was 5-6 months ago earlier this year before all this macro rate reset thing took hold. But whatever shift it did go through, I just don't think it was that deep or severe. And Manhattan certainly wasn't that deep and severe. It was quick, but it seems to be like in the 3, 4, 5, 6 percentage points kind of a thing, short and narrow. And we'll see whether or not some people were able to get some nice discounts during this wave of illiquidity. Let's move on to the weeklies and see what's going on in Brooklyn supply. 127 things I see coming on the market, down 6%. Johnny, show me that chart.
Yeah, and as you can see on the chart, I mean, it's just down week after down week after down week. This week again, no exception, down 6%. But you can see those lines start spiking up in the next couple of weeks. So that's kind of what we're looking forward to, getting a little bit more supply here in Brooklyn. Not this week, but hopefully soon.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're talking about. That's what's around the corner. We're close. We're right over there. So if I'm a buyer, I'm going to wait and I'm going to pounce on all those new things that are about to come on for the next listing wave. Let's go to contract sign, Johnny. The measure of demand, 1 week, 174 things were signed into contract. Am I reading this right? Is that up 33%? And is that higher than Manhattan? Crazy stuff. Johnny, show me that chart.
Yeah, this is a surprising read here. Nearly 32% pop in contract signs. I mean, we have to go back to early June to see that kind of number in Brooklyn. And I think it sort of harkens back to what you're talking about earlier, right? No, I mean, we've seen a bit of a downturn, I suppose, from Q2 into Q3. It's still early in Q3, but maybe buyers are starting to take advantage of that in Brooklyn. It's certainly a pop here in contract signs.
Yeah, we got to go take a look at that, parse that out, see if there's any kind of new developments, putting a batch in or something, or whether or not it's really resales, individual resales, and they're all really true and unique. But I mean, it just tells me that, again, whatever wave down we had, it happened. We got down to where we needed to be, and the market did its thing, and the market came back. And now bids are signing deals. And that's what we're looking at. I still can't help but look at this, Johnny, and I see 174 things in contract plus 72 things off the market. And you got 127 things coming on. That's just a big net deficit for supply. So
Exactly.
we're going to see supply fall for the next coming weeks until we get that new listing wave. Let's move on to the chart du jour. This is the same chart type that we talked about on Friday with Manhattan. We're looking at all the sales in Q3. We're looking at average price, and we're taking a look at what that change is. And again, we're looking at average. It's a little more notable. Median's down also, but it's a little more muted. And this is what that chart looks like. And again, this is why I'm saying, Johnny, I could see, I'm not denying that we're down, but how much down? It's just not that much.
No, it's not. It's 2%. And honestly, this echoes the weekly contract signs chart that we saw, which is, you have this big down wave, right? And then you have a big spike. So I'm not sure, again, you pointed out accurately, we're not sure where those sales are coming from, but there remains a bid in Brooklyn, and you can see it here. I mean, so even though there was a slowdown, right? The early metrics are showing it's what the sales are down 2%. I mean, the average price is down 2%. So, even though there has been a slowdown in terms of the volume of deals, it's really not affected the price in the way that you would have expected. And I think that has to do with the robustness of demand for the borough.
Yeah, and it's early. It's early. That's why we say early look. It even says it right on top, early look, right? So we're all acknowledging that the coming 2, 3, 4, 5 months is going to really show us what we just experienced, and this is just an early look of what's going on. So it's possible as that data comes in and we start to see those sales from July and August, and June that these numbers are a little lower, and we're like, oh, okay, so now we see, but we're just showing you the data that we have. And we do expect this trend to go down for the next quarter or two at least until it stabilizes and then decides where it's going to go from here. But this is a nice early look. John Walkup, thank you for pulling all this data together. I am Noah Rosenblatt. We are both from UrbanDigs. Don't forget, if you guys got questions, we have answers. We have our forum right down here. If you want any of the charts that Johnny whipped up today, it's going to be right over here in just a few seconds. If you've never tried UrbanDigs before, what are you waiting for? It's free for 2 weeks. Give it a try. Register up. Other than that, this has been your Brooklyn Weekly Market Update. We'll catch you next time.